Welcome guys. Hi. Wow, this is exciting. I was a little nervous to start this video because it's my first video. I'm gonna start off by introducing myself. My name is Emily. I am 20 years old and this is the start of what I'm hoping to be a really fun, creative journey for myself and for the people that are watching this video right now, or future followers, future viewers, whoever, you know? I'm sorry if I cough at any point of this video because I am recovering from sickness. It's kind of been sucking. Last week I went to a concert and I was miserable. No, I had a heck of a time, but like I was miserable. I had to leave early because my lady thing started actually at the concert, so it kind of sucked. I did leave like before the last song. I listened to it as we were walking out. It's kind of a bummer because I'm a concert person. Like I live and die for those things, and I had to leave early. And it made me so bummed out, even if it was just for one song. I actually made a video before this doing an introduction, but I don't think I was mentally or physically ready to do that video. It's kind of just like a tester for me. And it was kind of good that I got that exposure for a little bit because it kind of helped me figure out what I wanted to say in this video and what I wanted to convey to everyone that is watching at this moment. What I want to talk about is the purpose of this video. Obviously, this is kind of my introduction, me trying to tell you more about myself, what the purpose of this channel is, like why did I want to start doing YouTube all of a sudden. Like people that know me as their friend or family member, you know, whoever's watching might think, why? I definitely wanted to do this for myself. A lot of it had to do with myself. Me, my mental health. I think mental health is so important, and I feel like it isn't talked about enough. It's just really sad to see some people struggling with it so hard that it ends up taking their lives and destroying their lives, and I feel like that's something that should definitely be talked about more. There's so many factors that have to go into it as well, like, you know, I'm not even going to get into any of that because I'm trying to keep this channel I want to keep it real with you guys, but I also want to keep it fun. I want to keep it lighthearted. I want to talk about like stupid, funny things. Like there's going to be plenty of other opportunities for me to talk about that. I think right now I just want to talk about like myself, and what comes with me is a lot of heavy things that I hold in, and I want you guys to know that the reason I am doing this is so I can get it out, so I have some kind of outlet. Even if I'm not talking about it directly, I'm not talking about my problems, whatever it is, as long as I can have something to put my energy into that isn't that, then that's perfect. That's kind of what I wanted to do this in the first place for, because distractions help me 100%, and this is what that is. It's a healthy distraction. It's not just a temporary thing. I also think I'm just gonna have a lot of fun doing this as well. I'm hoping that this opens up a lot more opportunities and experiences for me that I don't know. I feel like there's a lot of things that can come out of this, and I feel like it's gonna be a good thing. I just have a good feeling about it, and I usually don't have that feeling with very many things, and it is a little bit of a shock to me because a month ago, you know, I wouldn't have thought that. I feel like these things are a little cringy. I don't want to be one of those people that gets too caught up in it and starts to neglect other things in our life. I also want time in my life just to be me, just to live, just to be with my friends and family. Like this isn't supposed to be something that takes over any of that or takes away from my mental health, because I'm doing it to improve it, not to mess it up or take away any part of that. So if I ever find myself in that position, I will be taking a break. But this is supposed to be fun. This is supposed to be lighthearted. This is supposed to be, you know, me putting myself out there for the first time. Done it in the past with a couple of things, but nothing like this, I feel like. And so that's something I'm excited about. And I'm sure some of my friends that are watching, most of you guys that are watching are my friends. And I want to say hi guys. I love you all, and I appreciate you for subscribing and watching this, because you guys are going to be the reason that this either does very well or does whatever. Regardless, even if it doesn't go great, I'm glad you guys are watching, and I will continue doing this for myself and you guys if that's all it is. So I love you and thank you so much. But yeah, that's kind of why I wanted to do all this, my mental health, just for fun. And also, I did want to talk a little bit about like what my niche would be making these videos, and I want you guys to know like what content you're getting yourself into, if you want to keep following me, or if you're just like, oh, I'll just be a supportive person but I'm not really interested in watching this forever, you know. I'm gonna be just doing kind of like lifestyle videos, like just random content, you know, funny. I'll talk to you guys about my day, I'll take you guys along just like in a day in my life kind of thing, or any trips that I have, any special occasions, you know. I'll try to film that for you guys and let you in on my life a little bit, because I feel like it's gonna be a really fun thing to do when I kind of need something to fill my time with, honestly. Another huge thing that I wanted to bring up as well throughout this video was my music. So if you guys don't know me personally and you're just watching this just to watch this, I am a songwriter and a singer. I'm self-taught on literally everything that I know. I feel like the only thing I was ever taught how to do was play guitar just a little bit from my dad, and maybe a little bit of piano. That's it. That's really all. And maybe a couple of YouTube videos here and there on how to play certain songs, but like that's it. Music was something I threw myself into because I had a passion for it, and I've had a passion for it since I was like, as long as I can remember, really. Like, with that being said, I also am a huge Swiftie, and I've loved her just as much as I love music. I feel like those go hand in hand, because if anyone ever asks me why I ever started loving music, I feel like I'm always going to bring up Taylor Swift. She's a huge part of my life, and I always feel the need to bring her up whenever I talk about this stuff, because she inspired me from like day one. She's a freaking lyrical genius, and I aspire to be like her one day. Who knows if that day will ever happen, but I started writing whenever I was 6th or 7th grade, and I'm pretty sure a lot of this started out because of me journaling and me writing poetry. I wrote a lot of poetry. A lot of it was just an outlet for me. I wasn't really thinking of what the purpose was. It was just to get it out. I was just writing and closed my books up and went along with my day. And one day, I think it just kind of hit me. These lines, they rhyme. And so I'm like, oh, maybe it would be a fun thing to make it into a song. I did it one time. I couldn't stop doing it after that. I was very addicted to writing because I have something special, and all throughout high school I can just remember I would come home from that day, and obviously I would do whatever homework I had, I would eat, and then I would immediately go upstairs to my room, and I grabbed my piano, I grabbed my guitar, whatever I had, a ukulele at that point, and I would just write a song. Sometimes I wouldn't even have an instrument, and for the longest time I didn't, and I would just write a song and be done. I would sometimes write 2 songs in a day. Like, I had so many ideas and creativity flowing through me whenever I was younger, and I'm kind of jealous of that version of me now, because it's so hard to write sometimes now. I do get a little block every now and then. It's so cool looking back and thinking about how I got to this point, because it's such a huge part of who I am now. Like, if I had to describe myself in 3 words, it would all have to be like music, and I mean personality wise maybe I'm say like I'm a good person, I don't know, but like music would be the biggest thing about me. Yeah, this is what also my platform is for, music, to kind of slide it in here in my content, because I do want to make this into a bigger thing. I have always wanted to make my music into something special that I could share with the world and hopefully, you know, make a living out of. But everyone has high hopes about that. A lot of people don't see it through, or it just doesn't work out. And I've always thought that I would be one of those people that it just doesn't work out for. It's like I'm not even giving myself a chance, and I want to be able to give myself a chance. And this is me doing that, trying to just let it be. So more about me. I am the oldest sibling in my family, so, you know, second mom. For those of you that are the eldest in their family, I'm sure you guys understand what I'm talking about. I have 2 brothers and a sister, and my sister is like my absolute best friend in the entire world. Aww. And obviously those who are my friends are probably her friends as well. And you guys know how she is. She's like the goofiest person in the world, and oh my god, stop. I'm about to cry. Please stop. Why? I can't even talk about anything without getting emotional. Like earlier today, I'll save that for another time. But yeah, I love Hazel. That's my sister's name. She's the sweetest girl in the world. I love her. I feel like I'm going to talk about her a lot throughout this channel. Even if you may not see her on camera, because that's another thing I wanted to bring up is my friends and family may not be, they'll be 100% supportive of me doing this and being on camera and, you know, showing my life and what it's like, but I want to respect their wishes as well if they don't want to be on camera. As for my boyfriend, who I live with right now, I'm trying to respect his wishes as well, because I don't think he's very into that stuff. I don't think he's a private person, and I feel like everyone is entitled to the right of their own privacy, and that's 100% valid, you know? Like, people want privacy, people don't want their lives to be put on blast. Like, people can just live, and that's fine. And that's how I've always been personally. I never really wanted to do anything like this until now, and it's kind of surprising me still to this day, but here we are. That's also something I'm gonna have to work on, is like some days I'm just not gonna want to film, and I'm just not gonna want to be on camera and just take a break, you know? I'm gonna need breaks, and I want you guys to know that, and I want you guys to just kind of be patient and work with me, because I am giving forth a lot of energy and a lot of my life to you guys. So with that, I also want kind of the same thing back from you guys, just a little respect. That's all I'm asking. And I'm sure that's easy for some of you, because you guys get it, you know? I feel like a lot of you guys are the same. I don't know, I feel like in my head I'm a totally different way than I actually am. Like, my friends and family will say that, oh, you're very shy, you're very introverted in your shell, like you don't talk as much. Even some of my closest friends say that about me, even to this day, and it doesn't bother me as much, but it does frustrate me sometimes, because I think in my head I'm like way more myself than I actually am in reality. And I feel like I come off a certain way, and maybe I just perceive myself differently than I thought everyone else perceived me, you know? I think that's something I'm coming to a realization of, and that's kind of why I also want to do this, to kind of not prove to everyone that I'm outgoing and I don't even know, like, fun, but I think it's cool that people get a little inside view to who I am actually, and kind of my life day to day, even though it may not be like as exciting as most YouTubers are. Like, they're going out spending their money on like shopping trips or vacations or like big room tours. Like, this room is probably as big as my childhood room, you know? I don't have a bunch of money, I don't have the means to do a lot of things, but it's really cool that I still get to do this, and I still get to show you guys certain things in my life that are important to me, you know? And that's really all that should matter when it comes to YouTube. I mean, it's for your entertainment, but it's also, like I've been saying, it is for me as well. And I'm trying to do it for me and not anybody else, because I feel like a lot of things I've done in my life, I've done for other people. And that kind of sucks thinking about it, but I've done a lot of things, major things too, that I don't actually feel that proud of, because it wasn't for me, it was for somebody else. And I look back and I'm almost disappointed, but it just gives me more motivation to move forward and do better and do more for myself, basically. And I'm just trying to take you guys along with me in that journey. I don't really have too much else to say. I feel like you guys are definitely going to get to know me more throughout the channel, and this is just an intro. This is just me trying to talk about myself, let you guys in on my world, let you guys know what to look forward to. I have a lot of expectations and hopes, but I'm trying not to let them get too high before I see kind of the results of how this might go. At the end of the day, this is all fun. This is just for you guys' enjoyment and for mine, and we'll live. The world's gonna still turn, unfortunately. I'm really excited for this, and I hope you guys are too. I'm gonna try to come out with content hopefully every week. It gives me enough time to film and come up with an idea for that week and then edit that video as well. I'm going to try to edit this video as best I can, and yeah, I guess I'll see you guys later, and I hope you have a good rest of your evening, morning, whenever you're watching this, and I'll see you later. Doodles!